Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon in America, and good morning in Japan. I had a good night's sleep last night. I actually went to bed really early. I crashed. I got home from work and I was just like kerplop. I was out. I was out like a light. I had a really good sleep, which unfortunately made me about 10 minutes late on my stream today. But hello, how's everyone going? If you're here, say hi in the chat. Grab some water, grab some milk tea, some of the royal milk tea. We have 3 left. Can't drink. Guess I'm getting that one. Alright. Milk tea. Yeah, my hair's wild right now. Yeah. A bedhead. Maybe I should do the middle part. Okay. Royal milk tea.
Yeah, Puffy.
Puffy. Poofy. Yes. Hello. How are you, Hana? It's good to see you. I just woke up, so that's why it's poofy. I went to bed right when I got home, so I was pretty tired. Yeah, I got a good night's sleep. I got 10 hours of sleep, so that made up for the night that I went to bed at 2. So starting now, I can probably go to bed around, I don't know, 9 or 10 instead of 2 or 3 a.m., which is what I was doing. So.
Ohio.
Ohayou gozaimasu. As soon as I say that, the Japanese sword fighting song came on. Okay. Woo! You have a good day yesterday?
Hopefully the sleep schedule reset to normal FR.
Yeah, really. It was like 8:30ish when I was asleep when I went to bed. And so, and then I woke up at like 6-ish, 6:10ish. Well, I started streaming.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
Hey, it actually pronounced it. That's cool. It was incorrectly mispronounced, but it pronounced it. Ohayou gozaimasu. 今日はこれは漫画のネームを書きます。よろしくお願いします。Okay. Music seems a little loud. Turn that down a bit. The glove is on.
High ideographic period. Yeah, I had an alright day yesterday.
That's good. High ideographic period. It's the first time I heard that pronounced that way. But yes, I had an okay day today. Not today, yesterday. It still feels like today because I immediately went to sleep when I got home. So I didn't really spend time relaxing, I didn't wind down at all. I just got home and went to my couch and fell asleep. But let's see, what else? What did I do yesterday or today? Where's my... Okay. Let me go to my... here. What did I do yesterday?
You time blip to the next day, tears of
Yeah.
joy.
Pretty much. Okay, so we're doing... That's right. Okay. Yeah, I time blipped the next day. I didn't eat dinner, actually, now that I think about it. I got home and I was like, oh, time to sleep.
Hello.
Hello, Dynamics. Good to see you again. We have more regular viewers.
Hey, Dynamic is here.
I love seeing people come in and join the chat. Really awesome. Thanks for hopping in. Got some royal milk tea. Delicious, nutritious. Not really nutritious. Kind of sugary, but good. It's got enough caffeine for people who are very, I guess, jittery like me whenever I have too much coffee. So, but yes, I am here, and you are here, and it's gonna be a great stream. It's good to see you. But let's see.
How have ya been?
Pretty good, pretty good. Yesterday, what happened yesterday? I went to school. We had a meeting. I taught children. What else happened? I pretty much immediately went to bed, and because I was really tired when I got back. So I'm thinking. Trying to remember what I did. So my schedule might be changing soon. That's a thing. My boss told me that instead of normally I have my days off on Friday and Sunday, and so the entire year that I've been here in Japan, I've never had a 2-day weekend. So so she told me that that's probably going to change soon, which is awesome. So I'm probably going to have off on Saturday, Sunday instead of Friday. Friday, Sunday. Which means more time to stream.
Yay 2-day weekend.
Yeah. I might not stream on my day off. I might, instead of being Fun Friday for you guys, it'll be Fun Friday for me instead.
As it should be, lol.
Yes. But I was very happy to hear that she was going to change that, because I've been wanting a 2-day weekend.
I remember I made an animatic once.
Oh yeah. Did I tell you that I do animations as well? I helped work on the Sonic X Reanimated series. I did 2 scenes in that, which was pretty fun. I'm kind of in a daisy in a daze. I was gonna say daisy
Nope, I
state,
didn't know.
but yeah.
Yeah, that's fine if you move the Fun Fridays.
Yeah, but yeah, so I'm kind of in a daze. I just woke up, so I'm pretty tired. But yeah, if you, I have an Instagram. Yeah, I can show you. Let's do that here. Haha. Ad block has been updated. I don't use ad block. I watch all the ads like a good boy. Huh. Instagram. Alright, let's go to me. Let's go to failed to load. Here is a scene from Sonic X Reanimated that I animated a while ago. So that's one of them. Pretty cool. And here's another one. Please help me, Knuckles. Huh? Yep. So I animated those. Pretty fun. Pretty cool. And yeah. Something went wrong. I don't know what's going on with Instagram. Automated behavior. Might be because I'm streaming.
Thumbs up. Ha ha ha.
Okay. Don't want to get locked out of my Instagram, so I'm gonna stop streaming that. I also use AI to come up with titles. Hide that. Yeah, we'll just skip this. Anyway. They do take a while.
I rarely do animations because they take a while.
Yes, but they're fun to do. They're really fun to do. I really enjoy doing them. You know, I really like this speech chat because like it gives everybody a different voice. This is nice. It's been kind of consistent too, so I know exactly like who's talking whenever they're talking. Or if I hear a different voice, I know that's someone other than Rihanna. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm kind of in a daze, so I might get a little too perfectionistic and take too long on one little aspect of a drawing. Like the shape of her head right now, I think I'm taking too long on that.
I made one animatic with Roxanne and it's my first ever one.
Ooh, that's fun. Yeah. Animation or animatics even take a lot of patience.
Tears of Joy, the TTS is cool.
Ooh. Takes a lot of patience. So, you know, good on you. That's great. I'm spending so much time on this head. But it's not cute enough. It's not perfect.
But sometimes I feel like it makes you lose your train of thought a bit when it cuts you off Tears of Joy.
A little bit, but that's okay. I lose my train of thought all the time anyway. My train doesn't go choo-choo all the time. So, yeah. Well. And it feels more like a conversation that way.
I used a song named Tech It.
Check it. I haven't heard of it, but interesting. Kind of ironic that it cut me off and I lost my train of thought again. Yeah, the TTS. It feels more like a conversation. Whenever it does that, because it feels, you know, like in person. Even though you guys have like the lag, it does feel like I'm talking to a person rather than just looking at chat. Not that there's anything wrong with looking at chat, but I prefer the TTS. I think maximum there could probably be like 10 people in chat before it starts getting a little too much, but luckily I don't have that many viewers yet. When that happens, I'll probably... What will I do? I'll probably restrict the actual text-to-speech to super chats or mods, but I don't think that'll happen anytime soon. I'm still not even able to get super chats. So if I made videos, I would be able to. I think I'd be able to get more views. But even then, if there was like 20-ish people here, that'd be too much, I think, and it would like every single second would be a whole nother chat, right? So I think that I feel like it's way too.
Yeah, I'll
high.
pick out the best comments and relay it to you, tears of joy.
Yeah, you could. I wonder if there's a way to like have someone control what comes in and out. Like you click on something and it'll go on. Let me see. There's so speech chat. That's what it uses. That's what I use. There should be like settings and stuff here. Yeah. Control panel.
I draw a lot of my stream thumbnails.
Okay, so normal users, self, moderators, and subscribers. Okay, so I could have the text-to-speech just be subscribers and moderators whenever it gets a little too much, but then everybody would just subscribe, which would be good. But maybe
Dynamic, did you make your logo? PFP.
just moderators. Yeah.
Cause I really like it sparkles.
Or I can add users specifically. Interesting. That's cool. Yeah, so I can do just moderators if I wanted to. Or I can just add specific users.
Actually, my father designed it.
Very neat. It's really cool. It seems like you're pretty close to your family, which, you know, I'm the same.
Yeah, can add the regulars tilde.
Tilde.
Oh, that's cool. He did a great job.
I would need to figure out how to add moderators to begin with. Some people would ask, why isn't my chat going in? But that's only if there's like hundreds of people. Yeah, but right now it's not too big of a deal. I can bet everyone would really chat.
Yeah, I got my artistic side from my dad's side.
I'm really excited to see, like, I don't know, I like streaming. I like streaming a lot. It's like one of my favorite things to do. Whenever I wake up, it's just like...
Makes sense.
It adds to my day, you know? I don't know where I got my artistic side from. I think both of my parents were very musical. My dad was able to paint very well, but my mom also liked reading and writing. So, I guess different aspects of different artistic parts come from both parents. My mom actually wanted to be an author at one point, I think. She wanted to be a singer too. but she became a special education.
I feel like I have too many interests to commit to art, lol.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. I have a lot of interests, but I just really like one specifically. I've always known since I was a kid. I used to watch Blue's Clues growing up. It's changed a lot now, but
Yeah, I think it's my mom's side for me.
yeah. Back in the day, it was just Steve and Joe on Blue's Clues, and they would have a handy-dandy notebook, right?
Recently, I looked back on Roxanne's old design and I cringed.
I do the same thing, don't worry. Whenever I had a Vassa, his old design, it's not that bad actually, but the one that I have on the cover, I need to redo the cover. I don't really like his design there, but I'll show you. This one? Yeah, I look at this one every time and I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, I grew up watching Blue's Clues as well.
Yeah. So with Blue's Clues, Steve and Joe were on it, and they had a handy-dandy notebook, and I begged my mom and dad to get me one, and so that I got like the official branded handy-dandy notebook, which is really cool because you can use like a crayon, but it was like a slippery sort of surface.
Steve era supremacy, Paul.
I agree. And you can use, so it had a slippery surface, so even though I used color like crayons on it, it would erase, right? So you could erase it. And I was drawing from like 6 years of age all the way up until you know, whenever I stopped watching Blue's Clues, which was maybe in late elementary school, like 3rd or 4th grade.
Steve's the best, bro.
And even after that, I started drawing other cartoons that I was watching. So I had a wall, not a wall, I had a room that had nothing but like art pictures all over the walls. SpongeBob. Yeah, it's really cool.
That's so cool, it could erase crayon.
When I realized that I could save my pictures by just drawing it on copy paper instead, I would tape it all over the wall. And so my entire room, my brother and I shared a room, but he would let me use his wall too, as long as it wasn't like on top of the bunk bed. he was cool with it. I put every single picture that I drew on that wall, and it was nothing but like the entire wall was covered in drawings of SpongeBob and mostly SpongeBob if I remember right. But SpongeBob, I did some Peanuts from like Charlie Brown, you know, Fairly Odd Parents, Danny Phantom. I used to draw them. Jimmy Neutron, surprisingly, I drew them in like a 2D art style. Even though that being said, they weren't great, but it was, so I became really good at copying styles because I just kept doing it, and eventually I started to put anime on the wall as well, until we moved when I was 10 years old. And when we moved, I didn't take any of the art with me. We just threw them away, unfortunately. Actually, I think I might have put it in a folder. I can't remember, but it's somewhere in my house. I don't know where it is. If I did keep them, but I think I threw them away. I'm like 60% sure they're thrown away. Oh yeah, it covered the whole room if I remember right. Like the entire room was full of art. So that's what I did growing up. And it wasn't until middle school that I started drawing like actual real life.
On her first design, I actually drew her on an animation app because I didn't know about any art apps back then.
Yeah, I was really traditional whenever I first started. So I didn't have any digital drawing stuff. It's weird to think about. So many people can't imagine, like, you know, drawing on anything but like an iPhone or an iPad or an electronic device. But yeah, I think anyone in their 20s really grew up without having, you know, computers or phones. And so I'm saying this because I teach little kids, and you know, they are always surprised when I tell them, yeah, I didn't have an iPhone growing up, I had a flip phone. And they're like, what's a flip phone? Yeah. So it makes me feel old. But I'm only 27. I still have time. You know, I used to be worried that I'm getting old, right? And I'm too old to have kids or whatever. But then I thought, you know, I'm only 27. I'm not in my 30s yet, but even if I am in my 30s,
I started on paper and later went digital. I still draw some on paper. Ha ha ha, tears of joy.
Men can have kids until they're like dead. So now I'm not really too worried about how
Flip
late I get
phone.
married.
More like fold phone now.
I guess the only thing I'm worried about is like I get old, and what's scary about that is that I want to have lots of kids, right? So if I want to have lots of kids, I need to marry someone who's relatively young, like in their early 20s or
Flip phones still exist. Two tears of joy.
20s.
I feel old skull.
Because if they're in their 30s, I probably wouldn't be able to have as many kids as I want. They do still exist. Because I want, like, you know, if possible, I want like 8 or 9 kids, right? If I meet someone who's willing to have that many. Because I just love kids. But if I marry someone in their 30s, they may only have like 15 or so years maximum before they go through menopause, I think, to have children. And that's 9 months per child. And I'm not saying that I want to have them back to back either. So it would depend on my wife. So that's kind of why I'm worried. If I'm old, I don't want to marry someone too young because I feel like that'd be weird. Because I teach kids, right? And if I'm in my 40s, that's whenever these kids would be in their 20s. And so I don't like to think about stuff like that. You know, it's like, oh, these kids would be really young. Like they would be the age that I think would be
8 or 9 loudly crying. Then you need to work on the house.
Yes, I do need to.
Bro, I just want 1 or 2. I can't handle that much.
I teach kids every day. My classroom, the max amount of kids I have in my classroom at one time is like 12. So I'm used to having a lot of kids. And having them, I would be happy with having them in my house and playing with them every day. So that's kind of like, I guess, a difference in like opinions, but no, I'm the type to really want a lot of kids. But I don't know that many people who actually, or especially our generation, so many people are worried about overpopulation and everything.
But then you don't want to be too old where you can't play with your kids or be involved in their lives enough.
Yeah, so I want to get young. I want to get married pretty young.
I have 4 siblings loudly crying.
People are worried about overpopulation and different things. I'm not at all. I think it's actually underpopulation that's going on. I'm not worried about the whole resource thing because this myth of overpopulation has been going on since like the 1700s. people have been saying that there's not enough resources to feed people since then. The thing is, every time someone says that, an innovation happens to where more people can live. So, for example, a scientist, a biologist, made a bet with an economist.
I'm the oldest bro.
Saying that the world would be overpopulated by the... I'm the youngest bro, actually, so... but that's cool. That's cool. An economist made a bet with a biologist, and the biologist said that the world would be incapable of being lived in 100, like, not 100. It was like, I think they said like 50 years or so. They were both like pretty young, in their 20s. And so the economist said there's going to be new ways developed to house more people, because there was like a housing crisis. There wasn't enough like people. Like, they were saying that in the next few generations of people, there will be too many people to house. That's also, by the way, why a lot of people are pro-war. And I say people, I mean like politicians. The pro-war politicians want less people on this earth, which is why they're doing that, which is kind of crazy to me. You know, they're okay with genocide and all that crap. Anyway, ignoring all that, the bet between the biologist and the economist was that there's not enough land for people to live in it. There's just not going to be enough. And then, so they made the bet, and something called the Industrial Revolution happened. So skyscrapers started being built, and apartment complexes and different things like that. And a lot more people were going to be able to live on smaller pieces of land. And so, guess who won the bet, right? The fact is that the more people who are born, the more likely there's going to be more innovations that are created.
All right. You need to draw a bit more today, tears of joy.
Yeah, I do. And so the worry about that is that, oh, there's too many people on this earth, yada, yada, yada. I disagree. I think there would be more innovations that happen as a result of more people being born, and more ways to mitigate a lot of the issues we have with the population. The current thing is global warming or climate change, right? And, you know, whether or not you believe in that, I think that the more people who are born, the more likely we'll find a solution that doesn't include, you know, not having people born. There'll be more scientists being born. There'll be more people capable of coming up with ways to make air a lot cleaner and all that stuff. So Elon Musk is just one guy, you know, and he made an electric car. He made the electric cars more mainstream, right? He's just one guy. If there's more one guys born, or one girls, who are able to do similar things, then we would cause a lot of it's much more likely that the environmental issues would resolve. We would find more solutions outside of, you know, outside of just, oh, we're gonna do all this. So that's my opinion. That's why I want, that's not why I want, but that's my justification for wanting a lot of kids. The main reason why I want a lot of kids is because they're so freaking cute and I love them and they're adorable. Also, I'd say don't worry about, you know, like a lot of people are like, oh,
that aside, what about the people who are opting not to have kids, but to have pets instead, lol?
What frustrates me about them is that they're basically having, you know, they call it, oh, my baby. You know, they act like they're not their children, like they don't like kids. But they pamper their pets. It's like,
I think I'm a work on the comic book cover today for Cafe Hunter, or at least a sketch.
That'd be great. That'd be great. You can sketch while I'm sketching. That's what Caleb did. And actually, those drawings of me over there, those are made by my friend Caleb. He made those in the stream, and he sent them to me, and I was like, oh, I want to add them. So I just added them to the stream. Yeah, Hana is done with my rant, so she's just like, bruh, what are you talking about?
Yeah, sketch motivation.
Whoa, 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 whoa. There we are. The tie's crooked.
Nor I'd rather wait after because I'm watching on phone.
Ah, I see, I see. Funny thing, I've realized. So I have a 3:4 aspect ratio in my stream, right? And my phone, which is a fold, also has
And
a
I
3:4
draw on
aspect ratio.
phone. Ah, okay.
I love the 3:4 aspect ratio because it's very nostalgic to me. That's what everything was when I was growing up. I'm gonna go to my live video right now. And I don't like black bars too much on my screen or anything. But where's my current live video? Did I not put this in here? I may have. Where's my live video? How do I find my own video? Your videos. Is this 47 or 48? Weird. I guess I can't watch my own video live while I'm streaming it. That's weird. Huh. That makes me sad. Did I forget to put it in a playlist or something? That's weird. Anyway. I'll just pull up yesterday's. Okay.
Streamception.
It's the full screen, and I like it. I don't like black bars, and it's just here, right? It's the whole thing.
We're on 48.
We're on 48. Oh, now it's live. Okay, cool. Aha. Yeah, so it fills the
I've
whole
been
screen.
doing a 100%.
Fills the whole screen. Pretty cool, I'd say. I like that. That's what I like about this phone, because it's basically a 3:4 aspect ratio. There's a little tiny bar, but you can't even like you can say, oh, that's just like the, you know, it looks like it's full screen. It's pretty much, it fills the whole thing. It's showing me.
What's that dynamic? Interesting.
I think it's not really a 3:4 aspect ratio. I think it's awfully close though. I think it's yeah. Anyway, I really like the 3:4 aspect ratio. So what was the 100% challenge you've been doing? 100% like on a video game?
Like an 100% challenge on a game.
Oh, my chat isn't updated, but I can hear you. I'm gonna refresh. Oh. Yeah, what game are you playing? There it goes. What was I thinking? Oh. Okay, it's a 16:18 aspect ratio. 21.6
Test.
by 18. So 21.6 is awfully close to 21, I think.
Angry Birds Star Wars 2 and all the thumbnails are drawn and made by me.
Ah! Yes, I love doing thumbnail. Actually, I don't know if you've seen it. The thumbnail for, where are we? Here. Getter Love. All of these thumbnails are drawn by me, but I just use the same one. But this one was also drawn by me. I thought this was funny. So I used AI to help me with like coming up with what it would look like. I looked up handsome version of a quarter Japanese man, and this is what popped up. And then I drew it. I drew the style. But this is hand drawn, even though it's AI is the one that helped me come up with like the style of it. But yep, I drew that. But everything else I didn't use AI. So like Lucy and all them. Yeah, these ones I didn't draw. But yeah, I love drawing thumbnails whenever I can. I'm just lazy, and I don't really have the time to draw every single thumbnail.
AI can be helpful for some stuff.
Yep, it makes things a lot quicker, and it's a lot easier to copy a design than it is to make your own design for like characters and stuff. So, music stopped. Oh, it ended. You want something else other than Wii Sports? 1 hour of Wii era music to fuel your nostalgia. Heck yeah. That sounds good. Oh, Pokemon music?
Pokemon music, Tears of Joy.
Jazz? Pokemon jazz? I like jazz. You like jazz? I like jazz. Pokemon playlist. Pokemon music. Mix. Chill and relaxing Pokemon music mix. Yeah, that'll work. I actually...
this was good. Maybe for next time then Tears of Joy.
I could do the nostalgia one if you want. This is good. Maybe both. I'll save this for later.
But back to drawing eyes, 1 hour 30 minutes remaining.
That'll work. Yeah, we can. Yeah. After this is over, we can go to the next one. All right. Oh my goodness! It's been 30 minutes already.
I talk in my streams, but I hate hearing my own voice.
My brother's exactly the same. Also, you stream? Oh, is that the video games that you stream? The Angry Birds and Star Wars 2? Star Wars 2. Is it Battlefront 2? Or is it like the game, like Star...
Same dynamic.
Yes. My brother hated his own voice, so he never watched his own videos. I love my own voice, which is why I'm like cool with being like a voice actor. So, it's why I did voice acting, because I think I have a really cool voice. It's pretty high pitched, and a lot of people would be self-conscious about it. But, you know, Michael Jackson had a much higher pitched voice than I do. He would talk like this, you know, so he was much higher up there. And he had a wonderful voice. Everyone praised his voice. It was amazing. So I'm not really too concerned about the sound of my voice.
It's called Angry Birds Star Wars 2.
Oh, it's a game called Angry Birds Star Wars 2. Interesting.
High-pitched male voices are perfect for VA protagonists anyways.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay, what was she doing? She had her hands on her hips, yeah? Yeah, I guess so. Wasn't there another... I forgot what I was asking. Wasn't there another what?
My voice sounds like it's in the middle.
Well, the thing about me, I have a pretty normal, like, high-pitched voice.
I like my singing voice, but hearing my own voice like if I'm talking comfortably is tears of joy. To me, at least.
I think, you know, a lot of people, for example, so my voice is actually pretty high-pitched whenever I'm talking, but actually I talk higher pitched than my natural voice is. And then that's just because, one, I was the youngest, so I'm used to, like, talking to older people, and making myself appear younger, even though I'm not. Two, you know, me and my sister are like, we call it Irish twins. We're 10 months apart, so we're not a year apart. And so we were really close, so I hung around her a lot. And so I got used to using a higher pitched voice because of that. So it feels natural for me to talk up here. But really, if I were to talk in my normal voice, which is, it feels weird to do right now, but this is like the actual pitch of my voice. And I use this voice, and I use this voice whenever I'm like angry with, not angry, but whenever I'm scolding children. So that's usually what I do. It feels weird to do that because it's like a register lower almost. But that being said, I forgot what I was saying. Whenever I wake up, usually my voice is actually
The full range.
Yeah.
So I can go down here.
I can go up here. So I would say generally I'm a baritone when it comes to singing. I have no clue what this song is. I think it's from Sonic Colors. Also, I think the tie is crooked again. Oh well, I'm not gonna. OCD. I spent 30 minutes just redrawing her head and adding detail to her head.
I've been thinking about streaming talking about the comic Cafe Hunter.
Do it! That'd be fun. Definitely stream. I like streaming. It's one of my favorite things to do now. The thing is, it doesn't have to be fancy. You can just start, you know? Whenever I first started streaming, I literally just turned it on. I use OBS. I turned it on, and I was just like, well, time to start drawing, and I just drew. And I was actually quiet while I was drawing. And so it took me a while to get used to actually talking. Adding text-to-speech really helps with that, because now it feels like I'm actually talking to someone and someone's here.
Yeah, Josh, gotta make the bread greater than finish the head.
Yes, good rhyme. Gotta make the bread greater, finish the bread, finish the head. But no, I really like streaming, and it's one of my favorite things to do in the mornings.
I'd probably draw sketches and talk to chat about ideas.
Yeah, that's basically what I do, right? And I do it with other people's ideas too. So like, not only do I talk about Viable, which is my stuff, I also talk to them about their comics, like your cafe. What do we call it?
Sounds cool, dynamic. Go for it.
Yeah, go for it. And you can bounce off ideas. That's another thing I really like about it. I bounce off ideas off of people all the time. It's really fun. And I actually write my story on stream too, so I don't even I do the full thing. I don't even have something prepared beforehand. I just have it, and I'm like, all right, let's go into it. Let's draw out our story. It's really fun. Meow. Meow. Tie looks weird. Tie is off. I'm just... Okay.
Cafe Hunter is probably going to be like an action romance comedy.
Action romance comedy. Sounds fun. I love romance comedies. I'm actually really interested in Nisekoi was my
Yeah, totally.
fan dub that I did. So and even nowadays I tend to read romance comedies. A lot of them are isekai. Like they have the fantasy sort of genre.
Do you think it'd be easy for you to chat on stream dynamic?
Good question.
My idea is like Al has a roommate he lives with and he hides Roxanne from them.
Reminds me of I Dream of Jeannie. It's kind of an old one, but my mom's name is Jeannie, so that's why.
Like what do ya mean, Rehana?
Well, basically, like, do you think?
Lol, anything can be an isekai. Tears of joy. That time I became a truck. Tears of joy.
The time I became a truck that killed people and isekai'd them. The time I became Truck-kun. Probably means she probably means that, like, are you able to talk with the chat while you're doing art? I obviously am not able to do that. I need more tea. Do I need more tea or do I need? Yeah, I need more tea. I also have coffee. But I only have 2 left. 2 left. I can just buy more. Maybe I don't need to. But I want it. But I want it. I have bad impulse control. Ugh. Remember last time when we mukbanged because I
Yeah, I could do it.
couldn't hold in not eating breakfast? I obviously am much slower whenever I'm
Yeah,
talking.
if you think you'll be able to chat on stream. Would it come natural to you to talk about things while streaming?
Cool.
Like for me that would be difficult, tears of joy, and I would feel awkward.
It looks small.
At first maybe. I could get over it.
La-dee-doo, la-dee-day. It comes naturally to me just because I'm a very friendly boy. Very bubbly. Also, I teach children, so I'm used to raising my voice. What I'm concerned about is my neighbors. Like, do they hear me in the morning and hate me for my kind of loud vernacular?
Yeah, you seem pretty extroverted, Josh.
Yes.
Like streaming gives you more sunshine energy, tears of joy.
It does. I started off this morning really sleepy and very tired. And now I'm sleepy and very tired, but with sunshine energy. It really helps me wake up. It makes me want to do it, like, all the time, you know? Trying to make it straighter. that looks too curvy. Let's look straighter though. Same here.
Lol, so bright, tears of joy.
Oh, my eyes! Bald! Bald! My eyes! By the way, kids are pretty ruthless if you have no hair. I have a few coworkers that have no hair.
For Cafe Hunter, I have a beginning idea, but I still need to draw it. It's hard to draw backgrounds, man.
Literally, a child went, "Why are you bald?" Yes. Kids are sweet. They don't intend malice. They're just sometimes rude, you know? Coconut Mall? Heck yeah. It is hard to draw backgrounds. How did I draw her?
Lol, although I have fun. Definitely. Watching the streams, I feel like I need to wind down afterwards, lol. Kids will roast ya and not even know.
They shall. I guess it's a good... I don't know if it's like a good way to wind down watching my streams. Because it tires you out. Or maybe does it give you energy? I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that. I think he's too tall. That's just too small. Okay. Yes, relax, Rihanna.
Lol, it's like when do something exciting and need to rest afterwards, tears of joy.
Oh, I see, I see. I guess it's a good way to wake up. But for you, since it's like later at night, it's like, oh, I need to go to bed. I need to calm down.
That's enough interaction for now.
Yeah.
Tears of joy.
Wow. I give people energy. But yes, relax, enjoy. Tiny little trees. Did y'all watch Bob Ross?
For me, it's super time.
Super time. Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, you definitely give us your sunshine energy. Stupid autocorrect.
Whoa. I like soup and I like time. Super time. Soup or time. Super what? Super burgers? What am I saying? Yay.
Supper time.
Ah,
Super time.
Super burgers. Super mac and cheese.
Yeah, supper time. Superliest soups.
Yum, yum, yum. What's your favorite soup? What is a good soup, in your opinion? I like clear soup from those Asian restaurants, Japanese restaurants usually. Because it reminds me of Shio ramen, which is delicious. The music just got chill, and it's doing Zelda music now. Skyward Sword specifically, but
I
really good.
don't like soup.
You don't like soup? How dare you? How dare you? A soup hater. Just kidding. Huh. Huh. I knew a guy who didn't like anything but chicken.
I like soup with dumplings in them.
Dumpling soup.
I also like corn soup.
Corn soup. I love corn soup. They have really good corn soup in Caesarea. Caesarea is like an Italian restaurant in Japan. That's only in Japan. It's like those Mexican restaurants in America. They exist, but they're not really Mexican. Gotta draw her ponytail. It'll be up higher though. Whoa. Boom, got it. Next. Merge that down below.
Lol, watching you work on Viable is motivating though.
I appreciate it. That makes me happy. I like to be a source of motivation. Whoa. Hey, there we go. Yeah. Okay.
I know what I'll call the streams. Cafe Hunter brainstorming stream.
Ah, there we go.
Yes. Hot beverage gun Cafe Hunter lol.
Oops.
Hot beverage bow and arrow are this is better tears of joy. I'll like frappuccinos.
Favorite coffee. What's your favorite thing to get at Starbucks? Mine is a matcha tea latte. I like matcha. Matcha's really yummy. I was thinking about having her look up, but maybe she doesn't have to.
I've never been to Starbucks eyes.
Really?
I like caramel frappuccinos.
Do they not have Starbucks in the Caribbean? Well, what's your favorite thing to get at a cafe?
I don't really know the difference between all the drinks tears of joy.
Coffee's coffee.
Yeah, there's Starbucks here tilde.
Ooh. Look at.
Over here, there's a Starbucks, but like it's in other city. I like getting chocolatey drinks tears of joy.
Chocolatey drinks. I also enjoy the chocolate keychain.
I like caramel like drinks. Chocolate is good though.
Caramel. Do you say caramel or caramel? In the South, we say caramel. But caramel is how we say it in the carousel, like in.
Ooh, caramel drinks are nice.
See? They said it other way. See? Caramel is the more like Midwestern American way to say it, or like Californian. But caramel is how you say it in the South. Caramel. Caramel.
Chocolate ice cream is my favorite though.
Ooh, Twilight Princess. Uh-oh. That was weird. I think my,
I say it caramel.
Caramel. Caramel. Caramel. I like caramel. Caramel. Caramel.
Yes, chocolate ice cream is my fave too. Caramel tears of joy.
Caramel. 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 I like Mason caramel. Delicious caramel. Twilight Princess was actually the first Zelda game I got on the Wii. I think we got it with the console, actually. Good game.
Bro, my TTS is a bit of a high voice.
It is a little bit.
And mine's a deep voice tears of joy. Hilarious.
Rihanna is a girl. But her voice is manly. Not in real life, of course, but not that I would know. But her TTS voice is very manly. Remember Omar? When my cousin brother, his was even higher than Dynamics.
Luckily, I'm a dude.
Oh. Animal Crossing. Heck yeah.
Because it's matches.
This really is nostalgic tunes. My voice, my voice seems to match my voice. Because it is my voice. Aha. I wonder why I don't just fill it. Maybe I feel like coloring. Maybe I like coloring pages, that's why I color.
Yeah, we need some female TTS voice options.
I wonder if I can change them. Hold on, let me see. Yup. Speech chat. Control panel. Voice. So it is Google UK English male. I don't know if I can make a specific voice for a specific person. I can change an audio file and a new person. Okay, that's cool.
It's okay, lol.
Okay.
You're already used to knowing whose voice is who.
True, but it may be interesting to change it. Maybe there's a fancy thing for that. I don't know. Maybe there's a paid thing that people could use. A very similar thing to speech chat. Wonder if I can click on you or anything. Yeah, I don't think this is fancy enough to do anything, unfortunately. As of right now.
Make me those annoying high-pitched anime girl voice tears of joy.
Senpai! Yeah, no. Woo? Oh my gosh. Baka? It's not like I like you or anything. Momoki did a good job voicing Chitoge. That was fun.
Lol, tears of joy.
Meow. There's gotta be a way to do it, change the voices, because I think it assigns you a voice and it's just like, that's it, that's your voice forever now, because your voice hasn't changed since you've started chatting here. So I don't think it's changed at all. So I could make everyone's a female voice, but
I don't watch much anime.
Whoa. Whoa. I live in Japan, so I watch quite a bit of anime.
No, I'm good.
I guess we're going shopping. We shopping? We shop.
I'd
Shannon.
rather stay male.
You've grown accustomed to your new voice.
Ah.
Whoa. 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 Drawing circles is so hard. It makes me want to. Actually, I like drawing. Oh, I don't know what rhymes with hard. You do bard, ward, card.
I would sound cursed as a female.
Oh. Oh. There we go.
Yeah, most of those who show up are male anyway, tilde.
That's true. It is YouTube after all. Oh. Oh. This is one of my
I
favorite
have the
songs.
deepest voice. I'm the queen crown.
I'm the queen.
Lol.
This is one of my
Fun
favorite
fact,
songs.
I based Al's height on my own.
Oh, that's cool. Oops. I am 6'1", so I'm pretty tall. Depends on where you are, though. In Japan, that's really tall. In America, that's pretty tall. In, I think, some areas, there's some incredibly tall people where that's just normal size. So.
Al is 6 feet right. Bro, you're an inch taller than me.
Aha!
Yeah.
Oop. Oop. This is one of my favorite songs from that era because it's a waltz, and it's one of the few instances of waltzes that I can show when teaching music. Also, I just really love the song. It's very princessy, and I love princess stuff. I want to dance with a princess.
Lol, I'm 5 inches 8. But that's still pretty tall for a girl.
That's true. But I've seen people who are taller than me who are girls. So
I
it's not
just made Roxanne a foot taller than me.
like, and also it's not 7'1" like Roxanne, right? Or 7 feet tall. I guess not 7'1", just 7, but still. I think for some reason. Whoa. I don't know. I have a hard time relating to like being self-conscious about certain things. Because I know some people struggle with that, like their height or like, you know, the way their nose is shaped. My sister struggled with that. But I always thought I was a very handsome man. I'm just perfect in every way. No, no, I'm just kidding. But I never really, you know, cared
Cause taller women are awesome.
about that sort of stuff. I always thought when girls were self-conscious, I always thought that was kind of silly. So, ooh, it always made me like, I don't know. I think confident girls who like their proportions are much more attractive than ones that always say that, oh, I'm ugly, or oh, I'm too fat, or whatever. I will say, weight-wise, I have been self-conscious about that lately. But that's only because I used to be skinnier. So I guess that's something relatable. But no, 5'8" is not tall at all. I mean, it's tall for a girl, but it's not too tall at all. You're perfect the way you are. God made you special, and He loves you very much. Mario Kart. This has a lot of nostalgic tunes.
IDK, maybe you had a positive environment so you never had to question certain insecurities. Or would you say your self-confidence only is internal?
Perhaps. I don't know. I guess I was just concerned about other things. I played a lot of music. I played a lot of sports. I drew a lot. I was more concerned about my performance of things than I think, like, how well I was drawing, and different things other than, which is why I'm very perfectionistic when it comes to like things outside of myself. But I think when it comes to like image, I just sort of don't care as much. It's weird to think about, which is also why I let my hair grow out way too long, Like look how long it's on my nose. On my nose is nose. I got nose hair. Nose hair goes to my nose. I let that happen because I don't really think about it until after it's too long. So I'm probably gonna get a haircut this weekend. But even then, I don't really care what people think about me. In that sense, I think it's...
That's cool though. It's nice to be confident.
Yeah. It is. But I also want to exude that confidence to other people. So be confident, darn it!
I actually as well decided how much Al and Roxanne weigh.
You're gonna give me their measurements? How much would Roxanne weigh? Would she be lighter because she's an alien, or would she be heavy? So she can, like, step on you. Sorry for that awkward silence after that. in this dragon, not dragon roost. It's the roost, I think is what they call it in Animal Crossing. Music, just relaxing music after I said, "Is she gonna step on you?"
Roxanne weighs 280 pounds AD. What do ya mean step on ya face with raised eyebrow?
Nothing. I'm just saying.
I think I'm more on the performance insecure side too.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that also, like, causes stage fright, you know? Like, I have pretty bad stage fright when it comes to, like, being on a stage. That being said, I've kind of overcome it, because, like, the way I see it is... Did I ever pour with that tea? I want more tea. Has it really been an hour and a half? Oh my gosh. Oh, I have an hour left, but still. Wow. What was I saying? Oh yeah. The way I overcome my stage fright, one, I don't have stage fright here because I'm just in my room, right? As for
Al weighs 220 pounds.
how I overcome actually...
Lol, I get stage fright, but for everyday situations, tears of joy.
I get that. I want to be the best that I can be. But the way I overcome it is by, like, if I get anxious or whatever, instead of thinking that I'm nervous, I think I'm excited, right? So it's an excitement sort of feeling rather than a anxiety-inducing one, which helps. More tea.
But actual stages don't bother me too much.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so, like, that's another issue though, because, like, whenever this is why I'm not that good with girls. Generally, it's a lot easier to talk to a girl whenever it's just, like, text, right? Or, like, you know, there's no face to talk to. But when it comes to, like, romantic interest girls, it's much harder for me because I get nervous. And when I think, oh, I need to act more excited because, like, you know, nervousness and excitedness are very similar in a lot of ways. And so it's really bad if you're nervous and excited, which is what happens whenever I'm around attractive women. And so I tend to be a little too energetic around girls that I like, and it's pretty obvious that I like girls. So Yeah. Not that easy.
Do your palms get sweaty, lol?
Knees weak, arms are heavy, mom's spaghetti. They can, yeah, sometimes. Sometimes it's better to just relax myself. It's also why, like, drinking too much coffee or tea is not good for me. This is from Rhythm Heaven. It's a good song. Yeah. Rhythm Heaven's a fun game. Speaking of which, Rhythm Heaven was actually originally released on the Game Boy Advance.
Like, how do you know they know that you're nervous? I get nervous around women as well. I think it's a common fear.
How do you know they
Do you
know?
start rambling?
I do start rambling, and they're just quiet and they're just smiling like. And I'm just like, you know. Anyway, I try to come up with topics and I can't stop. Rhythm Tengoku is what it was originally called. It's a Game Boy Advance game. Not a lot of people know that. In America, it started out as Rhythm Heaven, which is actually the sequel, Rhythm Tengoku 2, on the DS. Not that anyone cares. But, yes.
Lol, tears of joy. Haha, I get nervous around everyone, lol, loudly crying.
Yeah, sad. Sad. I think you're just more introverted is all. Yeah, being nervous around people. Some people get quiet. It's like a flight or fight response sort of thing. For me, I have a fight response, so I talk a lot more.
I have a friend that will maybe help the comic.
Ooh, that's fun. But other people are just quiet and they don't know how to react. What really frustrates me is I don't know what to talk about sometimes. And so I'm just like quiet because I don't know what to say. There's nothing that's coming to mind. So I have to come up with like conversation starters like, what did you do this weekend? Or how was your day today? Or, you know, do you like jazz? Just kidding. That's a B movie reference. Bum, 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 bum.
Same, most times I'm quiet cause I don't know what to talk about.
Relatable. But I do fine when I'm on stream. I just come up with random things to say. Let's actually take this one.
So sometimes I start rambling to overcompensate, I guess, tears of joy.
Same. Sometimes I'm like, what am I saying right now? This is, I don't know what I'm saying right now. It's just, I'm just saying, but I can't stop because I started already. And now they're actually interested. Oh no. They're interested in the conversation that I don't care about that I started. What do I do? No, yeah, I get it. What did she say? She said,
So I made a character based on him and putting him into the comic.
what are your thoughts?
Oh, that's cool, dynamic.
Very cool, very cool. Should I write in Russian? Or should I use a different font? Because she's saying this in Russian.
I think it's fine though. What helps me is remembering that the other person probably isn't thinking all that much about it.
Maybe italicize it?
I'm going to make a character based on my grandpa as well because he helped some as well.
That's great. It's awesome. Oh. I'm thinking italicized. What do you think?
Ah, that's nice.
I think italicized would be better than non-italicized. So italicized for Russian and non-italicized for Japanese. Maybe. I don't know. My circle's not good enough.
Yeah, let's do that. Italicized stuff.
Sweet. Sounds good to me.
I think I might draw fan art for this comic, but I'll have to do it when I'm not busy.
Sounds good to me. That'd be awesome, actually. That looks bigger to you. That'll work. Yay! We did it. Alright, so I might be able to finish this page today, which is good.
Man, I have tooth pain recently and it sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, tooth pain sucks. It really does. I haven't been much for tooth pain, but I always brush my teeth. I don't eat a lot of sweets. Sweets, maybe it's because I lived most of my life in the South. So like, everything was sweet, like overly sweet, and it kind of grossed me out. Like, I would mix unsweet tea and sweet tea together to get...
It's either a wisdom tooth or a cavity, not sure yet.
Hopefully it's a wisdom tooth, because then you can get that removed. But, yeah. Cavities are rough. I feel like... Should I make these panels bigger? I guess I can just make a big last panel. Okay, I have an idea. I'll just draw Vassa right here, right here. Sorry, I got quiet all of a sudden. Alright. Yeah, wisdom teeth are hard. I found out that I'm really weak to any sort of medication because whenever I got my wisdom teeth removed,
I gotta go see y'all.
they had to give me half the dosage. Bye, Dynamic. Thanks for hopping in on stream. It was really fun. I'll be back tomorrow. So I'll see you then, maybe. Thanks for hopping in.
Bye, Dynamic.
I'm hungry again. What a time to be hungry. I need to start like stashing food in my fridge. I didn't eat dinner last night. That's probably why I'm hungry this morning. That being said, I did eat dinner yesterday night, and I was hungry that morning. Ooh. Anyway.
And then there were two.
And then there were two. Yas. So, how you doing? How's life? You enjoying the stream? You having fun? Yeah.
What if you're rambling and the other person also starts rambling? Does that make it better tears of joy?
It would be. We would be best friends immediately. I think one thing my mom told me is that it may be better to just ask the person about themselves and why they think certain things, instead of trying to like present yourself to them. I hear that's a good tip. Because then they'll start talking about themselves, and people tend to feel more comfortable talking about themselves than they do about like other things or other people or topics. And then at that point you can just listen and you can think about what they're saying and then reply.
Yeah, I think that's a good tip.
Oh. Still giving him those beady eyes. I like these eyes, they're funny.
As the quiet one, I tend to default to the listener in conversations.
Yeah.
So asking me about something would take the pressure off.
Yes. Uh-huh. The thing is,
And
though,
then both people get to be the talker and listener.
that's true. If you're like romantically interested in a person, though, then that's when it gets weird, because you're like, do you like coffee? Yeah, I like coffee. What's your favorite coffee? Oh, we should go get coffee together. Ah, I was a girl. Smash Bros. Brawl.
Lol, tears of joy.
I am getting hungry.
Exploding head. Overload.
Yeah. I just get embarrassed. What's good about you ladies is that you don't have to deal with that pressure most of the time. I mean, I guess you could ask a guy out, but usually it's the guy who asks the girl out. Right? Traditionally, at least. So, just making it, I guess the trick, though, is making it a comfortable position to get the guy to ask you out. So that's a difficult thing to do. Just be open to, like...
Lol, maybe.
Yeah. Just make it, like, appear like you're open to having that question be asked, I guess. Like, for example, you can lead the conversation without directly saying it. So, like, if you're talking about coffee, for example, and it's really obvious he wants to ask you to go somewhere to drink coffee, one thing you can do is be like, is there any coffee place that you like? Maybe I should go there sometime. Something like that. And he's like, yeah, you can come with me. So it makes it an easy response sort of thing. I'll take you there. And you'd be like, yeah, that'd be nice. But ending it on, yeah, that'd be nice, just ends the conversation. So you'd want it to be like, yeah, that'd be cool. Would, sometime this week be all right? So it'd be like, yeah.
You are not the oblivious type, though, so that could work on you.
Yeah. Just kind of like letting them know that you are interested and that you'd be okay with them taking you someplace without directly saying it, It's a skill. All right. Smash Bros. Music was the end, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the Pokemon music.
Write that down. Write that down, tears of joy.
Gotta give him that jawline. That's hard. Can butter toast with his face jawline. So I think there's like different roles for guys. Guys just need to build the confidence to actually like say it, like directly, which is kind of stressful. I think girls need to, they don't need to. If the guy's confident enough, he'll just say it anyway. But if they want a guy to ask him out and he looks nervous about it, or he might not know about it, hinting at it would be... The art of hinting is a important sort of thing for girls to learn. I think. Of course, if you're, an extroverted woman, which I don't think you are, Rayana, particularly. I think you're more introverted. But if you are like a very bold and brass sort of lady, asking a guy out is fine too. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. And if you're a guy who struggles with that, with being bold and brass about asking a girl out, or even talking to a girl, that's just rough. You know, there's not much you can really do. But I guess my advice there would be to just try to lead the conversation towards that, you know, towards the potential date. Learning to lead a conversation is difficult to do too, so sometimes it might feel like it came out of nowhere if you do it wrong, and then they'll be surprised, and then it'd be awkward if they said no. So maybe guys should also find a way to say it with them feeling comfortable, with the lady.
Takes practice.
Yeah. The lady feeling comfortable saying no as well. So it'll be like, for example, there's a difference between being like...
But you won't get better at it if you don't try.
Yes, that's true too. There's a difference between saying something like, hey, can we go out? Which is really direct and bold. Then they'll be like, they can't refuse without feeling bad about it, right? So they'll either lie or they'll be like, oh, I'm busy, right? Or, oh, I have a boyfriend, which is true sometimes, but you shouldn't ask out girls who have boyfriends if you know about it. They could be lying about it though, which, you know, you'll know. Typically though, if you're an adult, you are around people who are like in church or in college, I guess, or people you know generally are better to ask out than people you don't. And so if you're going to ask a girl out, you got to make it to where it's comfortable for them to refuse. So an example of that would be like, you want to ask a girl out for coffee. And so what you do, instead of saying, hey, I want you to have coffee with me, let's go get coffee on a date, you know, it's like don't make it like that direct, because they'll just be like, no, I'm good. You know, it'd be a little awkward. You can be like, so let's say they brought up your favorite coffee shop or whatever. You can be like, well, hey, I go there all the time, or hey, I'm going to this specific coffee shop. Would you like to try it sometime? I can take you there. I'm free on this day or whatever if you want to try it. That way they can be like, no, that's all right. You know, I'm not really interested in that coffee shop. Or they can be like, oh no, I'm good. It's you know, I'm always busy. I don't have time to really go and drink coffee. That being said, you also want it to be known that it is a date and not that'll just be the two of you, that they can't invite other people, because then that would be a bummer, right? So make it to be like, oh yeah, I'm going there on Tuesday.
Lol, interesting.
So make it like, you know, you're not forcing them to come, but I am going on this day if you would like to come with. That's a better way to approach it than, you know, especially if it's a first date. If it's like a second time, it'd be like, hey, you want to go to the coffee shop again, you know, or something. Or you want to, hey, I'm going to the movies, you want to come with, you know. And what's weird about it, though, is that sometimes they think you're just hanging out with a friend, which I think is pretty naive to think, but some people genuinely think that. So you eventually have to let it be known that you like them, but at the very least, you're spending more time with them one-on-one, so that's cool. And it's kind of a date, even though it's more of a friendly date. That's another thing. How do you know if someone is asking you on a date versus just like being a friend, right? I would say if it's just you two alone and you're doing some pleasurable activity like going to drink coffee together, that's like a coffee date, right? Or going to a movie, that's a movie date. If you're going with friends, like many people, if you're hanging out as a group, then it's not a date. It is a hangout, right? That's generally how I see it. I don't usually hang out with girls one-on-one. Even my sister, I don't even do that anymore. I used to when I was young, but now her husband is there, which is perfectly fine. So
Makes sense.
I think most people know when it's a date or not, but it also depends on the culture. Japan, for example, they don't know if it's a date, if it's just you two, because the culture is to genuinely like tell them, hey, I like you, let's go out, right? They have something called a kokuhaku, which is a love confession. We don't really do that in America until after you've been on a quote-unquote date for a little bit. But at the same time, it's awkward because you take it slow in Japan, like very, very slow, much slower than in America. If you go too fast, it's...
Yeah, I rather it be said clearly, lol.
Yeah. So, you know, you gotta at least let them know eventually. Be like, hey, would you like this to be a date? You know, like, we can do this more often if you like. Would you like this sort of thing to be a date? What I think is like not good to do is to say yes to going to these sort of things while you have a boyfriend, which is exactly what that previous girl that I was talking about that I really didn't like did with me. I didn't know she had a boyfriend until she straight up told me, you know, while like right after we went on something I thought was like a date, but it was really a hangout to her, right? That's her fault. That's her fault for not being straight with me about it. So, anyway. Yeah, don't hang out with boys by yourself if you have a boyfriend. That should be obvious, but I guess some people think it's not. At the very least, invite other people, you know? You can't just be like, mention my boyfriend once and that's enough to like dispel any sort of things. That's not good, you know? I'm speaking from experience.
Roger that.
Yeah. Just be like, if someone asks you on a date, you know, hey, you want to go get coffee with me? Or, hey, I'm going to this coffee shop if you don't want to come with me. Be like, oh, okay, I'll have to ask, is it okay if I bring my boyfriend along? Or, hey, I have a boyfriend. I don't think he'd feel comfortable with that. You know, that way you can still say no without it being like completely awful. And if the guy is like, oh, if you have a boyfriend, that's fine, you know, I understand. Or if he's like, oh, I didn't know you had a boyfriend, that's fine too. I will say though, he's coping if he says, oh, that doesn't matter, you can come with me anyway. He's coping because obviously he asked you out one-on-one and still wants to date you even though you have a boyfriend. He now sees boyfriend as competition, and that is not a person you want to date anyway, so you don't want to hang out with that kind of person. Unless they say, yeah, bring your boyfriend along, it'd be fun, right? But even then, I think they're probably coping, you know? So
Lol, tears of joy.
I would say with those types of people, just end the conversation, you know, be like, yeah, I really can't do that since I have a boyfriend. But thanks for the invite, you know? There's things to do in relationships and things not to do in relationships. And the things to not do in relationships is to cheat on your boyfriend by going on dates with other men.
And then he says, yeah, bring him. I'll bring my GF. Tears of joy.
That's cool too. Yeah.
Ha ha, open mouth smile, double date.
Yeah, if it's a double date, that's fine. But I think it would be weird that a guy is just asking a girl to go to a coffee shop with you while he has a girlfriend too. If I had a girlfriend, first thing I would ask would be, before I invite another girl out on a double date, to be like, hey, do you have a boyfriend? Because I have a girlfriend and I want to go on a double date with somebody. Be pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it is
right?
weird, tears of joy.
Or I'd be like, hey, you seem really cool, you know? And I would talk about my girlfriend all the time anyway, so she would know that I have a girlfriend. That's another thing. I don't like it when people are like quiet about their relationships to the point to where they can't talk about their boyfriend or girlfriend. That feels awkward to me, you know? So there's red flags there, so be careful of those. Josh's love advice. What else? I guess if you're single, let it be known that you're single, you know? Don't act, if you want to have, you know, potential.
For some
Dating
people, the
prospects.
opposite is awkward thinking face, like if they talk about their significant other too much.
Yeah, I guess, but like, from my sort of like thought process there, it feels like I have someone who I love and cherish and I'm with all the time. And it feels weird not to at least bring them up once, you know? Like, why wouldn't I want to talk about them, right? Why does it feel awkward to talk about my significant other too much? It'd be one thing if you talked about them too much, but like not bringing them up at all, I think that's a little weird. At least mention your partner, right? Like, bring it up. Especially if you're around someone who's on the opposite sex, I think.
Yeah, I like your perspective.
Yeah. So like I would be like, yeah, I was on a date with my girlfriend the other day and this funny thing happened. That would be like a topic starter, right? If I just want to be friends with a girl. Or like, you know, have better relationships with my coworker or whatever. So they would know I would have a girlfriend pretty much immediately. So that's kind of how I see it. I'm putting a lot of detail into this sketch. While also simultaneously keeping the cutesy style. There's something like surreal about talking about dating while listening to Pokemon music. I don't know.
But there's also the type of people who can't stand to see other couples happy when they're single.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Those people are just cynics, and I wouldn't want to be friends with a person like that. Or maybe they had a bad relationship and they just was like, they want to like let it out on another person, I guess. I don't know. I feel like they're doing wrong whenever they're letting it out on other people too much. It's one thing if you're lonely and you're just like, I want that relationship, and they're jealous. That's one thing. It's another thing entirely when they're like, I want to break you up, you know? They're like, I hate that you're so lovey-dovey. I hate it. Like, Come on, man. Come on, man. Ship them. They're already dating, right? So like, make them your ship. You watch romance anime, right? If not, then straight up, you know, I don't know, find a sport or something. Do something you love. Work on yourself. Don't just hate on others' relationships. Oh my gosh, someone loves that other person. That makes me sad. No, who cares?
Yes, ship him. Ship him to another country eyes.
Exactly. Exactly.
Lol JK tears of joy.
I'm very much a ship him to another country. Get out of my sight, you lovebirds. Yeah, no. I'm very much a pro romance kind of guy. I like romantic relationships. I think they're beautiful. Yeah, not to worry about that. I think, yeah, you know, it's I guess if people don't like seeing others in a relationship, it kind of more speaks about themselves rather than the people in a relationship. That being said, I understand like PDA.
15 more minutes loudly crying.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even finish this page yet. That's rough. I got quite a bit done though. I've come to the conclusion that I want to finish the entire chapter's rough draft by the end of the year. So I don't think I'll be able to finish the entire chapter by the end of the year like I initially thought I would. But I'm on page 11 out of 75, so that's like 1/7 of the way done. Hopefully I can spend more time on it. But also, that being said, I was sick for a good amount of time. So I didn't spend all the time I could.
Upward trend, we can do it, Sparkles.
Yeah, I think so. Stonks. But yeah, I think we can do it. This is also a waltz. I love waltzes. I want to learn how to like dance, like a ballroom dance. It's a dream of mine to dance with a princess. Whether that be my wife or my daughter, doesn't matter.
So what sort of things do girls do that you'd find cute? Open mouth smile.
That I find cute? Generally, I think when girls are really excited about things, I think that's adorable.
Our ballroom dance on your wedding day.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's like, I guess my thoughts are like, you know, very, very excited, you know, like a reaction sort of thing. They can do like really cute sort of gestures. Some things where they're like kind of shy, like more introverted girls that I find really cute. You know, they're kind of shy, so they look over, they're listening, and then they're like looking away, and then they smile. I think that's cute.
I totally get what you mean.
So there's different like types of people who are very cute. I'm a very bubbly person, so whenever I'm being cute, it's because I'm super excited about something and I'm talking a lot about it. So girls who find me attractive tend to think, oh, Josh is really cute when he talks about things he's passionate about. I would say the same about, you know, very bubbly girls. But for quiet girls, you know, I think what's cute about them is that they genuinely show interest, and they genuinely show like, you know, they have there's different types of girls, so they genuinely show interest. They want to know more. They have a curiosity. They're more, I don't know. It's and also personality can take you a long way. So if you have very cute means of gesturing and stuff, like, you know, like I said, like kind of shyly smiling, looking down, thinking about stuff, I think that's adorable. But if you're just like a piece of bread where you just stay completely still and, you know, don't really do much, like a robot, that's kind of, that's not as, like, no facial expressions or anything. That to me seems kind of not unattractive, but I don't know, it's pretty yeah, pretty bland, I guess.
Bread, lol.
There's my alarm. I have 10 minutes. Ah! Okay. But, yes. There's also, like, so I've had crushes on girls who are not, you know, not traditionally, like, aesthetically attractive. Like, they had acne, they wear too much makeup to cover up their acne or something. I'm thinking of one specific girl that
I find
had a
keeping
crush on.
eye contact is hard, tilde.
Yeah, I understand that. But I guess, like, what really makes them attractive is their personality and how much it shows, right? So, if you're hard to read, that makes people less attracted to you, I think. And so, being more open with your facial expressions and different things, and you can practice that. Like, you know, there's people with, like, Down syndrome and Asperger's who do have difficulty, like, expressing themselves or even understanding other people's expressions. That's why being a teacher actually helps with that. That's why I'm so, you know, I'm already kind of a normally expressive guy, but being a teacher to children and helping them with their development, I think that actually makes you more expressive as a person. So you can be incredibly expressive even if you weren't initially so, I think. It just takes practice. So I think anyone can really be cute. And like I was saying, there was a girl who's not, like, someone I wouldn't normally find attractive that I found incredibly attractive just because she was very expressive with her personality. So, yeah. Like, when I looked at her Instagram, I thought, why do I like this girl? Right? But then when I see her in person, I'm like, oh yeah, that's why. So it's, you know. Yeah.
Yes, even bread can become a great sandwich with practice.
Precisely. Bread can become a great sandwich. I know you were making the emojis, which is why that's funny. So, you know, what I don't think, yeah, so just, like, reacting to certain things, some people do it a little too much, I think, as well, like, because it feels fake sometimes. But I think for the most part, and that's also why I find Japanese people really attractive, because they're very expressive, you know, and I think that's just a part of their upbringing. But some people, you know, some people have, like, you can't really read what they're thinking or saying, and it's, I don't know. For me, that's not as attractive. Some people would find that attractive. I guess they're like the stoic types, but I'm not that big on those types as much. Some people are into like muscle mommies, I guess. I'm, you know, different strokes for different folks. I like the expressive types, and I think anyone can fit into that mold. While not everyone cannot be expressive, right? So it's kind of the opposite advice.
Yeah, those are more mysterious.
Yeah, it's kind of like the opposite advice of what, I guess feminists give. Feminists would say, hey, try to be as emotionless as possible, and you know, why is this person asking me to smile more and different stuff like that? And I'm like, well, you know, I think it's cute when girls smile. I think girls are cute when they smile. And so it's the opposite advice that feminists would give. So, but that's just me. I'm different than other people, but I think generally guys would agree with me.
Yeah, guys are cute when they smile too.
That is true. I got hungry all of a sudden. I have 5 minutes. Ah! What else was I thinking?
It's the sandwich talk.
Exactly.
Lol.
I love sandwiches. I love sandwiches. Yum. Probably what's really attractive whenever I get married, I think, what would be very attractive. And this is coming from like people I know who are married. You know, some people find it very annoying, but like baby talk, like talking to babies, you know, like you know, like stuff like that. That's probably going to be attractive to me whenever I'm married and I have kids. Just seeing my wife like, you want food? You want here comes the train, you know, that kind of stuff. I can already predict myself finding that adorable because they're playing with babies, right? But right now I'm kind of indifferent towards it because I'm not married.
Josh UWU.
Ooh. So silly. Josh ooh. What else? I feel like a lot of people lose their expressiveness the older they get, because like there's a lot of expression that these kids have. Even the quieter kids, they're incredibly expressive. So it might be because they haven't gone through puberty yet, and they're just very like
Joshua.
But Joshua. Might be because they haven't gone through puberty yet, and they're just pretty chill. But I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, even the quiet kids, you know, quieter kids, they tend to be more, well, at least when they're comfortable. I guess the more expressive a person is, the more you feel like they're comfortable around you. While the more quiet they are, like you naturally feel like they're being more cautious around you. It's similar to like, you know, a dog, whenever they're all, or even a cat, whenever they're much, we can say a cat, because a cat, they're still expressive whenever they like you, yeah? So like...
Yeah, it's about the comfort levels.
When a cat really likes you, even if they're not like very expressive, even if they're like shy, right? Even if they're like quiet animals, they still like, they purr around you, they kind of like, you know, they do these like cute little cute little things that cats do that shows that they appreciate and love you. And they're really cute because they're acting a certain way, and that's just adorable. But if they're abused, or if you find them at the pound and they're just not acting well, and they're scared, they hiss at you, they they ignore you, right, if they don't like you as much. And I would say cats are generally more introverted than dogs, right? And so you can still be introverted and expressive, while you could also be, obviously extroverted and not expressive. So when dogs don't like you, or they're scared of you, they're more expressive than cats still, but they tend to be like, they have a face, they don't want you around sort of vibe, which is pretty unattractive to have that. I would say, like, for example, if you have an annoying lady, like a Karen.
Meow.
Karens, they tend to be extroverts, actually. They're like, why don't you do this with your sort of thing? They're extroverted and they're talking to people that are strangers, in a matter-of-fact way. But they're not attractive at all, right? And I don't like using the word Karen, but it's the best way to describe it. Saying the word Karen as a negative is kind of stereotypical to other Karens who are actually really good and lovely people. But that being said, yeah, it's you know what I mean when I say Karen, versus if I said I don't know, a snobby woman. So there's a difference between an elegant person and a snob as well. So like that's a type of personality. An elegant lady, kind of having like a princessy or queen-like vibe, who are very strong. They can be very expressive as well. They don't have to be stoic to be that kind of strong, queen-like.
I want to talk to your manager.
Yes, exactly. To have that strong queen-like sort of personality, they don't have to be stoic, right? They can be very expressive with it. Princess Diana, for example, was not a stoic lady. I mean, she was very queen-like, princess-like, but she was very expressive in how she interacted with people, and people loved her, right? I think she got killed though. But anyway, there's a way to express yourself personality-wise. Even tsundere, right? The thing about tsundere is that they are like they genuinely exist, like real people are tsundere. What makes them attractive is that they're expressing something differently from what they're saying, right? Their words are like, I hate you, or I think you're dumb, right? Or you're such an idiot, right? Sort of stuff. Or it's not like I like you or anything. Those are tsundere, right? But what's attractive to a lot of people about them, and what's unattractive about them to other people, is that, one, people who find tsundere unattractive generally don't like bad words, like people talking down to people. They generally don't like that, which is fine and understandable. Or they're really bad at reading expressions, which is also fine and understandable. People who love tsundere love them because their expressions show that they're obviously in love with the person that they're, talking down to. So they just can't help it because they're nervous and they don't know how to talk to people they like. And so that's why it's such a popular trope, is because Japanese people, they read the room very well, generally. Of course, there are Japanese people who can't read the room, but that's a part of their culture, to be able to not say
Yeah,
something.
lol, it's a love-hate thing for Sunders.
Yeah. Japanese people are able to, it's a part of their culture to be able to read the room. If you're not able to read the room, then it is it's an uncomfortable sort of deal. It's important to a Japanese person to be able to read the room. which is why tsundere are so popular in Japan, is because obviously Japanese people can read someone's feelings and understand their feelings without them having to say it. And that's why they love tsundere, because she's acting like a child who hates the person, but she actually loves them on the inside, you know? Like, it's a cute thing for them. But if the tsundere wasn't expressive enough to where Japanese people can pick up on that, and she looked just as mean as she acted, then they wouldn't love him. They would think she's just a brat, right? Or a jerk. So, anyway, I gotta go. It is time. Thanks again for hopping in on stream. Sorry I didn't finish a page, but I'll do my best to finish it next time. I think I actually made a good drawing down here, even though it's in that silly style. I went a little too hyper detailed. I finished 2 panels and half of a third.
See ya next time, Joe.
I think I did a good job. Good job. Here I am. I need to get a haircut really badly. I'm hungry now. I'm hungry. Ah! I'm also one of the types to forget that I didn't eat. Here's another example. Before I go, there's a YouTuber named Moist.
Have a
Critical.
great day, Sparkles.
So, Moist Critical. When you see this guy, you would think, oh, he is not an extrovert at all, right? He's very introverted. He talks down here. He's very low. You know, the way he talks and everything. But there's so many memes about him making funny things. He's also very expressive with his words. So, you know, here's the meme. It's like, "Oh, baby," is what he said one time. He was really excited and he did that. And so people find him very endearing and very you know, fun to go watch his streams and stuff. Even though he's a very chill guy, very introverted chill. But he's also very good with his words. So he's able to create an image using ideas and different stuff. That's kind of the charisma he has, is his vernacular charisma. And so he's very expressive with describing things in ways that I could never really do, I think. So yeah, he's a very, very expressive guy, even though...
Charisma.
Yeah. Charisma. He's a very expressive guy, even though he's incredibly introverted. So, and that's why people like him and find him attractive. So, yes, it applies to both men and women. If you want to be an attractive sort, do your best to be expressive, based on your own personality. So, yep, that's my advice. That's my advice. Learn to be charismatic. Learn to be expressive. Even if you're not, you know, extroverted, it doesn't matter.
Writing hand noted.
There's introverted charisma. So.
Winding down now, battery.
Yes, time to wind down. Very well, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm so hungry. I'm probably going to grab an onigiri on the way there. So, have a good day. I'll see you next time. Thanks for hopping on stream, Hana, and, what was his name?
Introverted charisma, nice.
Yes. Dynamic and Hana. And yes, I'm more extroverted, so of course I have the extroverted, bubbly sort of expressiveness, charisma. So, yeah, I'm very silly. But I'm okay with that. So, I need to shave. I don't know if I have time. I don't have time. I'm gonna be very... Okay, it's fine. It's not too bad. Alright, see you next time. Fare thee well. Bye-bye. Ta-ta. Au revoir. Hors d'oeuvres. That's not a thing. Bye.